Welcome back. Well, how much was the NFL draft in April worth to the Green Bay area? Well, how about $50 million more than expected? Today, draft organizers releasing the results of their economic impact study of the draft. Now, remember, it was projected to see about $20 million in spending here in Brown County. Turned out to be nearly $73 million. The research showing 362,000 people came to the draft from outside the area. That's another staggering amount. Almost every metric shown today proved the draft's impact on the smallest NFL market far exceeded expectations. And we welcome in Brad Toll, who of course is the CEO of Discover Green Bay, part of the presentation this morning. Big numbers here. Let's start big picture first. Nearly $53 million more in spending. So that's direct spending, induced spending, indirect spending, all that then was projected. Did that number surprise you?
It did a little bit.
A little bit, because you're way over.
Well, the number of people that came to the draft was way over what we projected too.
I was going to ask you, is this a chicken or the egg thing with 362,000 visitors from outside the area coming in?
We were pretty close to Detroit's numbers as far as number of people that attended, and that's a metro area of 4.3 million.
Right.
So, we figured our attendance would be lower. The NFL, I think, expected the attendance would be lower. So we were blown away by those numbers, which, when you have that kind of attendance, we knew that we had projected very conservatively as far as what the spend was. But 72 million, that really did kind of surprise me.
I'm curious, you released these numbers today. You've probably known about them for a little bit. You've been working on this for months. Did you share any of these numbers with the league prior to sharing them with us today? And if so, what was their reaction?
Well, they, I think, I hate to put words in their mouth, but I don't think they could be any more thrilled with how things went in Green Bay. Everyone really wanted to see Green Bay shine. And as a community, we really band together to make that happen, and they recognized it.
Given that, and given what we have learned today with these numbers, I think when we all heard that the draft was coming to Green Bay, we thought, okay, great, it's a one-off. I'm not so sure it's a one-off anymore. How would you look at that?
As we look at who wants the draft, there's pretty much not a city that doesn't.
Sure. It may take some time.
And some want to have it back. Nashville and Detroit have both said they would welcome it back. On Thursday night, we were with a number of the cities that are planning to host, hoping to host in the future. And although I can't disclose who they all were, I can say there were a lot of them.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely get back in line. There isn't anything that we witnessed or heard from the NFL that would certainly disqualify us for anything in the future. So they were absolutely thrilled.
Let's get back into some of these numbers. The majority of the spending and the interest, you had a breakdown of some of the interesting attractions outside of the draft, and they were all right in that footprint. The majority of spending took place in the footprint or just outside of it. So there was some criticism after the draft that it didn't really spill over. How concentrated it was, did that surprise you?
No, not really. All of the other cities, most of the people went to the draft, stayed in the draft area. We did see some people, that scattered throughout the community. We've got some technology that showed people spread around the community and go back to that spot.
You can see it where it lights up. You can see them moving around during the days. You can see the draft area light up when all the people are there. You can see that in downtown Green Bay as well.
Yeah,
there's also a bright spot in De Pere, so you had an idea where people were going.
Yeah, we did the best we could. We were somewhat responsible to the client that we convinced to come here. And certainly they wanted people at the draft. Is the TV coverage. People looked at the event from their homes and saw these masses of people. Green Bay looked awesome. There really isn't an event that we could book to come to Green Bay that every business would see great results. In the case of the draft, there may be some that didn't do as well. Hopefully, as people come back, and we're already marketing.
Sure. Yep. Absolutely.
To everyone that was at the draft, we have their IP from their phones or credit cards. So we're already marketing, encouraging them to come back on a family vacation, join us for drafts, come on back for a football game. You know, we hope to continue to benefit from the draft for years to come.
The amount of free advertising is really hard to calculate. You did it today, try to attempt to put, I think it was $50 million in
Yes.
advertising based on, if you did a search of all the articles that mentioned the draft and Discover Green Bay. And that's just that. The attendance, the viewership, second most watched ever outside of COVID. Day 3 was the most viewed day 3 of a draft ever. You can't put a price on that. And it was also really interesting to me, you did a pre and post, before and after survey of first-time visitors. Can you put a value on what it means to change those perceptions? Because if you look at the words that were used beforehand, what they expected out of Green Bay, and then after, it is a dramatic difference.
Yeah, it really is. Chris, that's something that is an organization we really work very hard to do. And even in our name, Discover Green Bay, we want people to discover that it's maybe not what you expected. And some of the words we ask people, give us some words of your impression of Green Bay before you came here. Cold, boring.
Boring, small.
Just small. I mean, that's a stereotype that people have of our community. And I think it comes from the NFL. On game day, you know, they show the small little town, and it's such a great story, and it is. But there's a lot of cool stuff here. And the second slide, cool, and I don't think in a cold way.
Right.
It was cool,
Awesome.
amazing, awesome. Wow. I mean, I couldn't have scripted that any better.
Yeah, you can't buy that, but you managed to achieve it, and we'll see how it pays off going forward. Brad, thanks so much for the time. Congratulations.
You're very welcome. Thank you.